one way to look at what we are going through collectively is that we are in a massive transition. And as is the case with any transition, what makes all the difference is to have a framework of meaning. Because without that, it can feel like you're just swimming in overwhelm. A framework of meaning gives you a sense of where we've been, where we are, where we're going, and your place amidst it all. So looking at our time, I don't believe that there's like one absolute framework that is the truth. I think there are actually multiple frameworks that we could apply, but one that really speaks to me is the notion that a time of great disintegration calls for even greater integration. And so from that perspective, it means that the kind of change process we're in will not succeed in a compartmentalized way. It will only succeed if the different realms are brought together, meaning the personal and the political, the psychological and the systemic, the spiritual and the practical, the ancestral and the social, and so forth. Now, it's not the case, obviously, that one of us can do that giant integration. That's not the point. The point is that each of us holds a piece of that puzzle that is particularly your piece to bring. And the good news is you don't have to go looking for it externally. It's in your life, in your story, in your history, in your passions, in your talents, in your inclinations, what you are drawn to. For example, for me, having grown up in a community of Holocaust survivors in Amsterdam, which also meant I grew up with the wisdom of my ancestors who had been in that era. And during this time, as I witnessed the horrific suffering in Gaza, I felt called to bring that wisdom to our time. And that made me write my article, A Radical Reimagining of Never Again, which you can read in The Revealer, published by New York University. Now, for you, it will be something different that is embedded in your story and your talents. The point is that whatever it is that is yours to bring, you can now measure it against that perspective. So when you wonder like, oh, is this something I want to bring out into the world? You can ask yourself, is this contributing to the disintegration or to the integration? And think broadly. So for example, feelings are one of the most marginalized experiences in our world, yet it drives a lot of our actions. Feelings, the realm of feelings is one of the realms that needs to be integrated, that needs to be listened to. So if, for example, you feel deeply for the suffering of the world, know that it's not just you feeling that individually. No, your tears are a contribution to that collective process of integration, which in turn then allows for real change and transformation to happen. So see how that lands for you, how you feel about that lens, about seeing the collective process through that lens, but also your individual contribution and the knowing that your piece is needed for that larger process of the world.